This is a tutorial on exploding tables with the FastExcel development template. Exploding tables means that you take a table that lists a higher level item and express each row in terms of a lower level child item. There is a detailed module on exploding tables in the FastExcel e-learning section. For a quick overview of the process, let's look at a couple of common examples. Here is a bill of materials explosion. We're going to explode a list of orders with a flat bill of materials table. The result is a material requirements list that includes both dependent and independent demand. The first record is the parent item itself. Then the order records are repeated and multiplied by the bill of materials table. Here's the next order line and the dependent demand for all the child parts, and so on for every record in the order table. Another common explosion is with the routing table. Here is a list of items to make and the operations required to make them. The result is a process requirements table. This time we don't include the parent item as the first record, we just go down the to make table and list the operations with the calculated time requirement. These two explosions are often strung together in a production scheduling system. The orders and BOM explode to form a material requirement, filter out a material availability, and explode with routing to feed a capacity planning process. So let's go on to the Explode template. Here is the Explode template. It's similar to the Stack template with inputs for tables and columns. Like the Stacking Tables template, the tables that you need to explode will come from other sheets in the workbook, either imported or calculated data. The first step is to copy the Explode template. We use Ctrl-Shift-O. We'll rename the sheet to Demand to represent independent and dependent demand for all of the orders. The tables are listed here. When you explode tables, you'll always need to specify a set of 3 different worksheets. The exploding table is the table that's being exploded. Each row in this table should contain a higher level parent that corresponds to a number of lower level children. We will enter orders here to match the orders sheet that has already been imported into the query template. The second sheet we need to list is BOM table. This has also been previously imported. In this example, we're using a flat BOM. If you have a multi-level BOM, then you'll need to convert that to a table that lists all of the dependent items for every parent at every level. This is called a product BOM or dependency table. This bill of materials needs to be sorted by the parent item. The third table on the list is a pivot table summary of the BOM. This is not created yet. We need this to tell us how many children and what is the first row of every parent. Before we do this, we need to go to the BOM table and add the row number for all of the BOM records. Enter it here by the side of the imported data. Write the formula, create the names, and update and apply it to every record in the bill of materials table. Next, we need to create the BOM summary table. We use the pivot table template for this. Copy, rename the BOM summary. We can name it actually anything we like as long as there's no spaces or special characters in the name. Change the data source and point it to the BOM table. Hit F3 for a listing of all of our names. This gives us the BOM table, and we can start to build the BOM with the parent item, count of the child item, and min of the row record that we created just a moment ago. If we select all three of these columns and then hit Ctrl-Shift-C, we can create column names for each of the columns. This makes it easier to refer to them when we need to look up the number of child items. Here's the order table. We need to join the count of child items into this table. This is required to calculate the total number of records in the explosion. We'll have one column for the row number for the bomb summary table and another column that will count the child. A match formula gives us the bomb summary row. And an index formula gives us the record that appears on that row for the column that has the count of child in the bomb summary table. Create the names, update, and apply it to every record in the order book. So, back to the demand sheet. Here is the column with the count of the child items. This means we need to put column H into the count child col for order book. The next one is the column that has the parent and the parent quantity in the order book. For the bomb table, we need to specify the columns for the parent, child, and child quantity. The bomb summary table, the columns that contain the count of the child, the min row number, and the parent column. This option here, include parent, means that you can choose to have the parent item listed along with all of the children. We need this if we're going to have total independent and dependent demand in the same table. You can see that the template sheet has automatically calculated the number of records in the explosion. We hit the Create Names button and Update. The resulting data lists the original parent item with all of the children item linked to every record in the order book. You can see that the formula count up the total number of children for each parent and then start on the next order line. Here are the child item codes for that parent. Here's the parent quantity from the order book, the bomb quantity, and the total quantity that's